Hey everyone, so on today's video we're going to take a look at Pentland and I doing an obstacle challenge this past weekend, and we're going to look at what to do when your horse is a chicken. So here I am doing the obstacle challenge, and I had 3 horses at the show, so I didn't have a ton of time to prep each one. So he had done a little bit of warm up before heading into this, but I had a plan to come in and like do the obstacle there with the mounting block. And the objective for this competition is basically to do as many obstacles as you can. And you can see he looked at the mounting block, now he's looking at this obstacle here, which is a mattress. And basically what I end up having to do is just slow things right down, because I sort of started off like, yeah, we're going to do this and we're going to do well, and he's balking at everything. And sometimes what can happen is, we can get so excited in our body and our energy comes up, but our horse might not be there with us. So what I do is slow myself down and try to just focus on getting in tune with him. You can see I'm not kicking him. I'm not trying to get him to hurry up and get up with me. I try to slow down to his level. And basically, what this comes down to is we need to get in sync with each other, and then we can start to pick up the speed. So, what I could have done is done a little bit more warm up and prep to get him really feeling and thinking with me ahead of time. But instead of rushing him earlier, if I slow down to get with him, we're going to watch and see what's going on here. He should come up in energy and confidence with me. And so it's slowing down for your chicken horse, if you will, in the beginning, so that way you can speed up later. So you can see coming into those obstacles for the second time, the mattress and the tubes there, he was doing a lot more confident. Here he's sort of balking at the teeter-totter again, and he's done lots of teeter-totters before. So it's more to do with the environment and sort of his nerves being amped up than it is anything else, and why he was being unsure. And what we're going to see is that as he starts to become more confident, then we'll slowly pick up the speed. So you notice I'm allowing him to slow down at each and every obstacle, and I'm just asking for the trot in between. Notice the relaxed reins there as we're going over, and not kicking or trying to rush him through the obstacle at all. I want him to feel confident through the obstacles, so I'm leaving him alone during the obstacles, allowing him to do them at his own pace rather than rushing him for things like that. So here I'm taking him into a pretty difficult obstacle with a bridge where they have to step down into a water box. And he found that a little bit challenging there and didn't actually step into the water. A jump, which is a pretty easy obstacle to do. And then here's one where he gets to turn around and come around the tire and come back out. So more of a simple exercise. And And when you're in a situation like this, it can be hard because you're competing and you're wanting to do your best and you're wanting to do things quickly. But when you have a horse that comes in and, has been overfaced, it's really important to just slow down and let them come up to your confidence level. And then that way, when we come to compete another day, we'll be set up a lot better for success. So there I just ended up walking through, putting that down, and then here we're trotting out to go do our next obstacle there, or taking him under a bridge, and you can see they're already a lot more confident. That was a step up bridge, so there was a platform, a higher platform and another platform, and he went really nicely over that. So you can already see the confidence growing a little bit. Even here he walked really confidently into that sign, that squeeze. So the idea is to walk into that, get your horse to touch it with their nose, or if they don't, then to reach forward and touch it yourself. And he was being a lot more confident stepping into that tight space there. So now you can start to see that he's starting to get a little bit more in rhythm with me. The nice thing about doing these obstacle challenges is that each obstacle you do, if you do it with a positive experience for your horse starts to go, oh, okay, yeah, I can do this. And they become what I call a yes horse, where they start to say, yeah, I can try that because last time it went well. So the key is that they need to feel confidence and relaxation through the obstacles, so that way they don't fear them and there's no more anxiety. If anything, by rushing between the obstacles, going from A to B, doing the trots in between, it makes them feel like, oh, I wish we could just get to the next obstacle because then we can slow down and relax and it feels good, rather than feeling rushed at all. So here, it's not as easy to see the footage as we go out there. We just completed a set of logs, and there we did a step up obstacle. And here we're going down into some water. And you can see even from a distance there, just if you're watching my blue shirt, that we're moving along pretty steadily, that there wasn't hesitation there. And so you can just see that from me slowing down and taking the time to let him come up to my readiness level, that we're able to actually improve. Whereas if I had maybe gotten upset with him or gotten emotional or just really rushed him and said, you've got to do this right now, there's a good chance that his brain could have just gotten way more set off, way more anxiety provoked, could have gotten way more rushy and wouldn't have been able to do the obstacles accurately. He might have just been trying to blow past them or blow through them. And that definitely doesn't work with obstacle challenges, because you need your horse to be able to stop and back up or turn precisely and things like that. So I do think this finished on a really good note for Pentland, and I did end up getting first and second on my other two horses that are a bit more of yes horses already. So if you take the time to slow down with your chicken horse, so that way you can speed up later, it definitely helps to create a calm, responsive, thinking horse that can do things quicker later. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.